Welcome to another part of Muppet Party Cruise. This time we are doing the fucking same board again. We're doing the second board again. So this time we're doing it with Miss Piggy. Different characters. So that's how this whole part is going to go. And this is part 2.5 because I'm not making this part 3. It'll be fucking dumb. So yeah, cruise quarters again, but with Miss Piggy this time. The good news is we will be getting some new minigames, as well as repeats, as well as some other things added to this to show you how this game works, and how the AI is going to play from this point forward in a way, because they can get quite aggressive on the board part, but on the minigame part, not really. And here's all this information you've already seen before if you saw part 0, but just for this, normal part thing, you get that for now. Let's hit the disc again. If we wait, we get some more information, but you already know the information if you've seen part 0. So I'm not bothering you with that. I'm not going to waste your time and bore you with it. Instead, we're going to go straight to it.
What is beside yourself? Really?
So, first of all, continue on forward from here, gain a whole bunch of credits, as well as a second play, which I'm going to grab right now. I can't do anything else currently, so I'm just going to go ahead and do this. And no matter what I get, I'll always go for this red door. So even get this too, I'm fine. See? Perfectly fine. Straight inside the red door we go. So what do we get from this red door?
It's a fuel crisis. Out of gas.
Pushing carts great fun, steering cars almost as fun. Pushing carts on the detour in the desert gets a little hot, but we gotta get gas. Gotta have gas. Drinks get a big boost of speed. And yeah, you just press it back and forth, X circle, as they appear. No faster, you can't spam. And if you're driving, you're steering with the analog stick of the thing. So you get driving points, distance, and all. You get, all the bullshit. And turn early on sharp. Turns out too early, hitting the curb resets the button, tying back to slow speed. Don't even bother with this one. Instead, if you're pushing, just go with the rhythm of the button press like I do. You will quickly get into this if you know how to do this shit with button presses like this. And as for steering, you just steer. That's it. There's nothing else to this. If the AI is pushing you, by the way, just steer good and you'll always make it through. The AI will always wag around and turn, so even if you miss the boost, you'll still make it because all you need to do is just steer good. Seriously, the AI will never really get the boost anyway. And now it comes your turn to push, which at this point the AI is steering, but if you know how it works, yeah, even if the AI is sloppy on turning, your pushing will be better than the AI's, so you will win by default. They kind of go the same path anyway, so it's not going to get anything different from this. If you're playing 2-player, though, this is extremely insultingly easy. So, yeah, shit minigame. And because of how well I did in steering and in button press...
Oh, didn't see that coming. Piggy wins.
Piggy wins! I forgot his name, but I actually like that big guy. Anyway, now we're just gonna have to wait for the AI to play through. When it comes to the Muppet characters and even Sesame Street and such, I always seem to like the characters that are actually big, like Big Bird and such.
Fish flingers. Think
Oh,
of it
look.
as boomerang fish for the.
Yeah, I don't care. It's fish flingers again. We already know how this works, and at this point, I'm just going to annihilate it because all I have to worry about is the sharks and the buckets. The toilets and the pots, I guess, are just, like, worthless. Seriously, never go for the toilets or the outer area. Just go inner. Go for buckets, go for shark. If someone already aims at shark, don't bother going for it. It's going to take you too long to make it through because they already landed their shot. There is a timing to it, though, on when the shark appears, which if you can figure that out, which I do eventually, you can pretty much get the shark the instant it appears and get the points before it even spawns up from the water. That is a thing that can happen, and it's quite honestly hilarious. But once we get all this shit out, Fish Flingers is one of the easier fucking minigames to do, and when you get it, you should pretty much master this after, like, the first playthrough. It's not even that hard. There's a lot of minigames that are easy to beat and master in, like, the first playthrough. See, you go for sharks, you always win. Annihilated.
Wow, nice grouper grouping, Piggy.
What did he say? Grouper grooving? What the fuck does that mean? Anyway, Kermit's next. You know. I like to see some conversation about the relationship of Kermit and Piggy, because it has been quite interesting lately. Like, past few years lately.
Time to hug your inner tadpole. Slippery with...
Oh yeah, Slippery and Wet, this one again. Which, at this point, I pretty much have figured out and gotten real good at. Because the diamonds, you know, just have to really be accurate with that one and know just where to go. Which the game is nice enough to really keep the stuff in like a position, the position of it being outwards when you're turning. Like, if you're turning left, go right. If it's turning right, go left. The bombs are extremely easy if you essentially time it just right and then keep going back and forth quickly. Or if you hold it and then you swap immediately on the next turn or whatever, because they always seem to stay like either in the middle or on one side. So if you stay on one side and you keep on it, which the game can let you, the Dynamite's easy to dodge. It's just the diamonds you have to worry about, really, and all you have to do is just know where your position is and then get that correctly, and, yeah, then you just win this. Like, no joke. This... I would say this is, like, kind of in the middle, but for these minigames, that's kind of still easy as shit. And I still win on it. I still win by a mile.
I'm glad you won, Piggy. It saves on bandages.
Oh, man. I do find the relationship between them to be interesting, though. When they are together and they're having, like, they're actually, like, in love with each other, it's actually quite charming. Also, Gonzo got fucked. That take disappointment from Gonzo. Oh, that's so good. I actually love that. Oh, God. I'm sorry. I'm talking about everyone else. I don't care. Gonzo just... That is such a good take of disappointment. Just a pause in the animation for a bit, and then just that sigh of disappointment. Oh, I love it. Sometimes this game can actually have some good moments, but other times it can just be kind of shit. Like in this part, the auctions, which, when you know, like, the best way of doing it, sure, it's timeful, but it makes these kind of a joke. And if you're just going to beat them, usually the AI at the early stages just goes very low, and you can go up to about 110 or whatever, and they'll stop eventually. Like, it's kind of funny just how low they can start. Oh, we drawed! Oh, I had to show this. If you draw, nobody wins! So the auction is tied, and no one gets a reward. So you can, if you're lucky, because it's not that easy to pull off, you can actually, like, get a stalemate and have nobody win the auction, if you want. Oh, and because Fozzie went up there, obviously Gonzo's going to duel him, because that's what I'm guessing right now.
That's not very good.
Aww. He could have, you know, Oh, wait, you can't got 2. Here we go. By the way, I can kind of read these guys pretty well, what they're going to do at this point. And yeah, when they're close, they're going to do some fucking rock, paper, scissors.
Scissors!
And either it's going to go quick or it's going to go forever.
Paper?
With the rest of the one, Fozzie pretty much annihilates it. Good job, dude, but you only get 40 credits. But whatever, you know, Fozzie won a game of rock, paper, scissors. Good job on you, dude. And here goes Beaker. I have forgotten what Beaker and Bunsen are supposed to do. Like, half the board hazards here, I forgot what they're supposed to even do. A lot of them are just kind of shit. Like, taking your turn or whatever. But I forgot who triggers that and who doesn't. And then there's like 2 characters, Statler and Waldorf, who I'm confused on what the badness is on that. Oh god. Anyway, here comes Kermit. Got a good roll.
Good to see you.
But what is he doing? Getting some credits and such, that's what he's doing.
Local currency. There's some jingle.
But yeah, here's the funny thing about what we're going to be seeing throughout this. Oh wait, we got a door here. Let's see what happens. It's Kermit's favorite color. It's an auction. Okay, so here's the thing about the pinball game thing that we have to do in order to get a turn. You can tilt it, which does affect the, not the speed so much as, like, the physics, in a way, on where you're going to be bouncing and such. But here's the thing. You tilt it too much, obviously you get tilt, and because there's no hole thing, like, you can't really, like, lose your control out of it, it gives you all 1s. So, if you tilt it too much,
I think it's your turn.
you get the worst roll.
Ooh la la.
So, honestly, if you do tilt it, only press the tilt button once. And only use it if you believe it's going to be of use to you. Otherwise, don't tilt, because if you tilt too much, if you go too much on it, it fucks ya. If you control a character, though, tilt them. Unless you have a plan for them, just tilt them and give them a 1. And here comes Miss Piggy.
My credits.
So I'm going to go on forward. There's a second play there. I'm going to go ahead and grab these as well. And honestly, I'm going to go forward. No matter what I can get some credits around there, I can go in the door. So if I get a 2, I'm basically don't care. I got a 5. So what I do is I go like that, and I go around, and I just go in. I don't care. So I want to go inside a fucking minigame.
This just in, natural disaster is a fun game. Can't you feel the fun a-coming?
No, his name is Newscaster? Oh, okay. Well, no, Newscaster, I don't feel the fun a-coming. Because this minigame is honestly just very, very crap. It's... honestly, a lot of these minigames, if not almost all of them, are just kind of shit. Which is not surprising for a literal Mario Party ripoff, because even Mario Party has its fair share of really shitty minigames. Like, let's not beat around the bush, Mario Party is not a god fucking, like, series. It does have its moments of having really bad minigames. And it all comes down to difficulty and just what the minigame is like how well made it is. For this one's just kind of a mess of all sorts of things happening at once in the middle. But if you go around, it's kind of worthless. It's easier that way. It's really a minigame where it's only hard if you make it hard for yourself. And for some people, that's, a good thing. It adds to, like, a sort of mental difficulty. But to me, it just makes it look really weak because it showcases sort of a shortcut, a weakness that makes the minigame kind of too easy. And even Mario Party has a lot of those, so... Yeah, the thing with Mario Party is that, you know, it has the addition of it being bullshit.
Piggy wins. Film at 11.
Because, you know, the AI can be pretty fucking difficult, and you can actually adjust the difficulty of the AI in the minigames. There's no adjustment difficulty in any of this. There's no difficulty at all in this game, really. They are all fucking easy, and...
This is so nice.
It's just kind of sad, really.
Oh, I'm getting paid for that? Local currency.
The only hard part is based on where they go on the board.
Local currency.
Because of certain things. Which doesn't really happen in this part. In fact, in this part, they actually help me out a little bit more, but later on, it becomes apparent.
You should get out your groupers again, because it's Crustacean Crash.
This is a game about crabs, okay? Pick them up and take them to the big fish in your corner, and he will eat them all gone. Then he does not like them and spits them out, okay? Genius! I can't do a Pepe. I can't do justice to Pepe. I'm sorry, Pepe. Anyway, it's all about grabbing the crabs and then throwing them away, which, you know, based on how quickly you are at getting that, you know, gives you more points. And also smacking your opponent's crabs out gives you points as well. It's just... There are two things that can knock a crab out of your hand. The player, aka your opponent, and the crab itself when it's spat out, because you're supposed to get out of the way for that, otherwise its spit can actually knock the crab out of you. And stun you a bit. And yeah, this is sort of the minigame. The whole point of it is to just like grab shit and then throw it in, and then, you know, go around smacking people until you get the opening again. But they give you 5 crabs essentially. So all you really have to do is just get a crab, put it into the fish, then go for the next crab or smack some assholes around, grab a crab, and then put it into the fish. But you can't go into the fish immediately because they have a bit of delay. They have a few seconds of eating it and then spitting it out. So you have to wait a little bit. So if you get a crab immediately and go to the fish, it won't eat the crab immediately until it spits it out, and then after the animation is done, you can throw it in again. So everything is just kind of controlled. And controlled ones are 50-50. They can be pretty interesting and fun. They can be pretty shit. And for this one, it's kind of shit. But I did lose this one.
The fuzzy is fabulous, okay?
The fuzzy is fabulous, okay? I seriously love the line deliveries of Pepe. But, yeah, I mean, honestly, that minigame is honestly easy. When you figure out that all you really need to worry about is just getting the fucking crabs and then smacking assholes if there's no crabs in the middle. The tomato. I know what he's saying. You gotta throw the tomato. You know. I think I've watched enough shit like Weeble and Bob and such to understand, like, mumble talk in a way. Anyway, this minigame's really easy because all you gotta do is not get fucked. Which I nearly did, but I managed because once you figure out about going up and down and the air isn't getting your fucking way, it becomes a joke to actually survive this.
Oh boy.
Again, it's all based down to the angle of the positioning and, like, you know, where they're shooting. Which, based on their angle, they can go further on the left or right, or they're not going to make it at all. Also, I like how the tree and that house, if they hit it, it does, like, make a little bounce. That's pretty cool. There's a bit of, like, actual physics in, like, the stage. But yeah, I won because I stand there the longest, so That's an unfortunate number. Let's fix that. There we go.
Ooh, the pork and the winner.
Pork in the winner. Sometimes these lines can actually be funny and good. That's the good part about the Muppet games. Like, the acting and such can actually be the most entertaining aspect of it all. Even if the game is, like, really shit. You ever play that PC game, Muppets? Yeah, that's one of those moments where it can actually be kind of funny to watch more to play.
Wow, this is tough. What, our game? No.
I'm sorry I cut the joke out, but they only really have like about 2 or 3 lines on each minigame. I'm not gonna worry about that, honestly. I'm gonna more worry about the fact that we're playing this fucking game again. Which, the very fact, I get it. Like, this is a cruise, like, sort of game, you know, we're on an actual boat cruise. So, you know, this is a thing you would play on a boat cruise. It's still an old person's game.
Whoa, we're going overboard.
It's very boring.
Oh,
That's the
guess
problem.
someone had a bowl of clumsy flakes.
Also, if you actually get in between the lines, you can get double the points on those things. You know, if you got a blue there, which is like 1 point, you get 2. If you get the middle of the purple one, you get 4. But the highest is always the red, which is 5.
Oh, this is terrific.
But if you can get smack dab in the middle, yeah, you can actually get both spots and get like double, essentially.
Can we start
Which is a
again?
nice little thing to have, you know? There is like a logic to this one. It's just you always gotta go for red. And red is not that hard to get. And it all comes down to the last 4 rounds of this because once you're in round 3, it gives you the 10 times. So it's just like, this is what matters because this is where the most points come in. And if you get those 50s, you win.
Okay, that was
Because usually the AI will only get like 150 and the rest like 30s or whatever. So get 50s and you win. Easy fucking minigame.
Glad you're the winner, Piggy. Yeah, we'd be frightened if you lost.
Everyone's frightened of her. Because she's always a tough bitch. But, yeah. Now here on speaker. Doesn't do much.
A little technical advice? Try
These two
something
don't really do anything, honestly, when it comes to this. I don't know what they're supposed to do. I actually forgot. And, even when I show you the rating in this part, I didn't even read that. I just went for it just to check on if there's anything new, which there isn't. None of the boards give you any new information on, like, the rules or the, anything else. Every board only has 1 new addition of, like, a hazard or whatever, and that's it. Outside of that, everything's the same. So, yeah, the boards themselves for a Mario Party ripoff are really bad. They're just the same thing over and over again, only a different shade of paint, and maybe a different sort of like people hazard walking around, and like 1 new additional hazard. But other than that, exactly the same boards every time, and it's just like, it's so boring.
Wow, this game is almost as fuzzy and keen as me. Speed bingo! Yeah.
Including this minigame. This minigame is as boring as the boards themselves because it's fucking bingo. And when you figure out this bingo game, it's so simple.
G 46. I 28. O 74.
You know, I actually had a thought on if I should show these repeated minigames or not.
63.
And quite frankly, I want to show these because I want to let you experience just how boring this game can quickly get. Like how bad of a fucking Mario Party ripoff game this is.
G 57. I 19. B 1. O
Because that's the other thing about Mario Party, right? The minigames can honestly be really crap, but usually the boards are honestly the fun part. But there's a lot to the boards, and they're always unique in their layout, in their hazards, in their uniqueness. You know, their unique spots, like what can happen in them. Because not all boards are the same in what they can do, what they're capable of. But that's the thing about Mario Party that is one of the things that's successful about it and so good about it. The boards themselves are good. So when you have this game literally giving you the exact same board every time, it's kind of sad. It's really fucking sad. And yeah, this minigame, if you get both bingos, obviously you win by default. Honestly, if you just get all the spots that you have on your board before anyone else, or just gain them at general and then get a bingo, you win by default. Because the AI will always be kind of slow on doing that. Whereas, you can see it coming down, and you can pretty much tell if you're going to see on your board or not by just your sight. Just have good eyesight. If you have bad eyesight, you're obviously not going to make it. Now, there is the addition, I guess, on distraction. Because if you're playing with other people, there is the addition of the distraction from them. The problem is, essentially, people actually playing this. Which, as you can tell from Part 0, none of my good mates that came over to my area wanted to play this. After playing one board, they were just like, we're done, we're good, we're never playing this again. So yeah, this is for the best that I play this alone. Which is sad, when you really think about it, because it's that bad of a fucking Mario Party ripoff game that playing it alone is better than playing it with friends. And there you go.
I'm glad you won, Miss Piggy.
Now then, here comes the bit that's gonna be annoying to you later on. You see, the AI, when they're close to a door they can enter, doesn't have their face on it, but it's already been done, like a minigame or whatever. We can actually be forced, we will be forced, to redo the fucking minigame.
It's Crustacean Crush again.
Which for this one, because I lost it, gives me another chance to actually get it. So instead of the first prize being a green award, a green favor, the prize is Fozzie's green favor. So you can steal favors from players by simply going to a door and redoing the minigame. The thing is, when you're playing against the AI and this happens, if it's in your favor, then yeah, it's fine if they do it once. As you will find out as you play for the game more, if you dare, which I did, the AI, they like to go for the same door. A lot. They usually like to target one fucking door and, like, always try to go for it after a while. And this will happen to me for a few parts, so be prepared for that. But for now, it's just this one time, and I won, which means I got the green, which means the game's done, because all I needed was those greens in order to beat the board, so can't let me win.
Por favor, Piggy, you're to take the prize.
So yeah, in case you're wondering, Piggy's husband, Kermit, just let her have the game. How fitting. I didn't get much in, like, winning much, though. I only got 2 bonuses, which is just the most games won and winning first. I didn't have the most cruise credits, that was Fozzie. I didn't have the most moves, that was someone else. Not the game's most games lost, I won the most games, so I get the one. Most doors open was Kermit, because he got the last play, I guess. fewest party favors was Kermit. It was everyone really. Nobody got a fucking party favor really. Longest it was Fozzie, so he got in there. And yeah, Fozzie and Kermit are second, but the winner here is Piggy. Here is her cutscene.
Wow, I look great!
And there you go. Now, we can unlock the minigame here for 2, and there you go. The problem is I can't unlock any other more, but I can have one ready for unlock, which is this one right here, by just putting all my favorites in and having it at 1. So next time we play, we can unlock that immediately. But, yeah, now I'm going to go ahead and check and show you that, yes, we now have the 3rd board of the game, which is like quality cabinets or whatever. So I'm just going to go ahead and check it out right now.
Hey, the frog, you're the controller, and I'll move around in here.
And, yeah, let's check the name. Yeah, Quality Cabin. So, next time on Muppet Party Cruise, we'll begin the 3rd board, Part 3, proper Part 3, with the Quality Cabins. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.